What's up, YouTube? Today I wanted to talk about obtaining an unreal amount of confidence. So, lately in my life, a real uh, big change has happened as far as my confidence levels go. I've basically just not been giving a fuck, you know? And I think that men and women, but men especially, need to have like an element of not giving a single fuck and just going all in on what you're wanting to do. So that goes for social situations. That goes for things at your job. I'm starting to like quickly learn that you don't get better at anything until you start. So whatever that is that you're scared of starting or doing, go all in. And the worst that can happen is failure or embarrassment, and everyone dies. You know what I'm saying? So who cares if you're embarrassed by in front of people, you know? So who cares if you embarrass the hell out of yourself? It really won't make a difference. You gotta understand how caught up people are with themselves, and like they're gonna forget about you quicker than you know. You know, that's and on this new journey I've been on to gain confidence and whatnot, I've embarrassed myself more than you can count on two hands. I've constantly embarrassed myself, but what I realized was that nobody was caring about that. It was only me who thought it was embarrassing. Sure, they may have like laughed and joked about it for a little bit, but you got to roll with that. Like, I remember my dad always told me, you've got to learn to laugh at yourself. And once you do that, you're golden. Once you can learn to laugh at yourself and laugh with the people, as long to a certain extent, but laugh with the people, and you know that is going to do wonders for your confidence. Is learning to laugh at yourself and just failing, you know, and picking yourself back up. So I remember I had intense social anxiety. Hold on, I'm gonna get some of this. It's peanut butter, Greek yogurt, blueberries, and peanut butter protein powder. And then we got some scrambled eggs. The meal of champions. Learning to deal with that embarrassment is going to be huge for you, because there's going to be so many times in your life where you're going to need to try new things, and you're going to need to accept that you may fail at those things initially, you know, and especially you cannot give up if somebody laughs at you or pokes at you, you know. It's all part of the game. And like I was saying, in social situations, I used to have a real hard time with, things as simple as, I remember there were times where I would drive. I lived in a very rural town, so there'd be times where I'd drive 30 minutes out the way to go, 30 to 40 minutes out the way to go get some food. And then I'd get there, and my social anxiety would stop me from even going in the place. I'd hit a drive-through. That's pathetic. That's insane. It truly is insane. It has been years since I've started to get over that. Sometimes I still feel that feeling, but there's no chance I'm turning around, driving all the way there and turning around because whatever inside of me is telling me you may be judged or whatnot. That ties into this book I'm reading, How to Win Friends and Influence People. You need to stop judging, as well as You're not going to be able to control other people. But even if they judge you, it's for a very short amount of time. And like, who are these people to you, and what does it matter? Basically, what does it matter if they judge you? So I think a lot of people have decent people are going to have respect. Maybe once all that judging and whatnot goes away, they're going to have a solid respect for you because they see you're trying. Like, let's say you're trying something new. People may poke at you, laugh at you, do something, whatever. But when all that falls away, they're going to have respect for seeing you even trying. You could keep falling flat on your face. If they see you're trying, people are going to respect that for sure, whether they voice it or not. So, keep that in mind when you're trying new things, and don't let the chance of people judging you stop you from trying new things. That's what life's all about. And you got to get out there, and you got to do things and do it with a level of confidence, that gets built over doing things without confidence. You do it first without confidence. You see, hey, that wasn't so bad, and then boom, you keep at it. Like, I haven't been in the gym playing basketball for a long time, and I got back in there today, and it was terrible. I was missing every shot. Just, it looked terrible. It looked like I never played in my life. But what I found was I was judging myself heavy. Nobody was even caring that I was missing every shot or whatnot. And I got to think about that, and I'm like, dang, I judge myself so heavy. Like, you really have to relax, because nobody cares, And even if they say, damn, whatever they may say, because you missed the shot, it's like, dude, in a minute tops, they're thinking of something whole different thing. Like, they got their own lives going on. So, man, you got to think of that. You got to think about that for sure. Confidence is huge. Gaining confidence will change your life. Laughing at yourself, change your life. Walking with a purpose will change your life. Looking like you're supposed to be somewhere will change your life. All of this goes into gaining a real level of confidence. And I'm still on this journey, but this is what I'm sharing with you, because this is what I've found. And it's been huge so far. It's been huge. To give you an example, I work a job, kind of can't say what it is, but I work a job that involves me working on pretty important things. Maybe I'll talk about it later, but I'm fairly new at it, about a month or two in. I did like a 6-month training, but now I'm about a month or two in. And I really don't know what I'm doing like that. But a lot of times what I'll do is I'll get in there, and there'll be guys that come up to me and talk to me about things about it. And I'm like, they're telling me information about the stuff and whatnot. And I don't know what I'm talking about, but I act like I act confident, like I was supposed to be there. And the first few times, man, I didn't know what was going on. But now I'm able to, just a few weeks of really listening to what they're saying and relaying the message, because I had confidence to be there and talk to them about the issue. I can kind of take it back to my supervisors and whatnot and tell them what's going on, and move from there. So you just have to jump in head first, jump in the deep end, do your thing, and it gets easier with time. So yeah, that's something to ponder on. I think another thing is taking on responsibility is another thing I'm starting to learn. like a lot of times, because my confidence was so low, I was ducking responsibility every time it presented itself to me. But so far, I mean, I've been trying to take on as much responsibility as I can, that I've been on a safe level. You don't want to take on too much responsibility of something you can really mess up, especially if you're in a job or something that there's huge consequences to you messing up. But little things, man, don't run from responsibility. I'll probably make another video about that, but don't run from responsibility. Embrace it, and you'll get better with time. Like I said, you may mess up that first time, second time, maybe even the third time, but by that fourth time, you're going to start to progressively get better. And the only way you get better is if you start. You cannot be a procrastinator. I know some older guys, like some of my dad's friends and whatnot, that all they do is talk about things they regret not doing. They've been procrastinating their whole life, and that's truly sad. You need to be a person that does what they say they're going to do and what is in their mind, and you need to do it with confidence. So there's a thought to ponder on. Let me know you guys' thoughts. Comment below. Let me know what you're doing in your life to improve and gain confidence, and I'll have some more videos out soon. Thank you for watching. Hit the like, comment, and whatnot. I appreciate you guys. Let me hear from you. Peace.